Hi, today we have the Hermit, the Fool, the Queen of Cups, and clarifying the Hermit we have Four of Pentacles. Clarifying the Fool we have the Empress. And clarifying the Queen of Cups we have the Nine of Swords. For the overall energy, I actually got a few cards, which was interesting, but I went with it. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Right off the bat, the Hermit. You could probably be coming out of a time of isolation, feeling alone. If not those aspects of being physically alone, just being mentally more introverted, spending more time at home, really reflecting on who you are, why are you where you're at, what about you makes you tick, like all those things. That's what the Hermit about. The Hermit is about deep introspective. And with clarifying card, we have the Four of Pentacles, which could mean that you are really focused on your material wealth and well-being right now. Money is probably not looking 100% the way that you want it to. If not very tight, it's more so your mindset on it. You may be feeling like the reality of the situation. Most Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless, so that could be a concern that you're at, where you're legitimately like, everything's stable right now, but it just takes one thing and I'm out the door, and that could be kind of a stressful kind of mentality to be in. With the Fool being the next card, that is like the newborn baby, right? Like when you're a fresh infant, you have no concerns in the world. Your biggest concern are eating, pooping, and sleeping, and getting mothering from your mom. There's no positive or negative to life. You're just being. That's basically what the Fool is. And you see how the Fool's kind of standing on the edge of this cliff and he's about to take a step off. That means that he, without a doubt, has 100% faith in whatever he jumps into feet first, he's going to land. He's not concerned about what the outcome's going to be, because he knows he's going to be just fine. And he's even got this little flower there, which can represent growth, fertility, all these things. And he's even got his little companion with him, and the sun is shining. He's got this big smile on his face. The Fool is that energy of anything is possible. And that's probably the energy that you're wanting to get into, or you're starting to get into. And with the Empress being the clarifying card, you are in your mothering role right now, or this is the energy that you're going to be coming into. The Empress is all four queens. I don't know why I stuck a 3 up, but she's all four queens combined, right? She is the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. She's all of them combined. She's not more one or the other. She's all four of them. She can speak to fertility, to like she's even got this water here, which speaks that her emotions are flowing. She's really grounded, in control, and she is that mother figure that's just, she's pure Venus energy. Usually this is the Libra Taurus card. And then after that, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, she is the most emotionally secure and grounded of all the queens. She is empathetic, she's intuitive, she's kind, she's generous, she's compassionate, she's the most nurturing, loving thing. And so with the Empress and the Queen of Cups, that means that you are really taking in this energy of love in all aspects. You could probably be a little bit concerned that this is one of those energies that you're nervous to enter into. I know for me personally, I've been really leaning into a masculine energy for the last few years, but I have been kind of leaning more into my feminine, kind of allowing things to come to me instead of me running after them. The masculine energy is the is the one that goes and does all the action. The Empress, the feminine, the that energy is very docile, submissive. Maybe not even submissive, maybe just more, she lets it all flow to her. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't need to take action. Whatever is for her will be for her, and she knows that it's going to come to her. And with the Nine of Swords, I could speak that you're probably a little nervous being so vulnerable and open with your feminine energy, which that's valid. I mean, especially like me, I'm hyper independent, super single. I like being in my singlehood, but I'm also very much like a relationship person. I like being in relationships. My three main relationships were for a very long time. I don't jump into a relationship for it to be a short-term thing. Like when I'm with somebody, I want to be with that person forever. I want to stick to you like glue. And so after my last breakup, I have not wanted to be vulnerable like that anymore, because I want to make sure the next person I give that energy to deserves all of it. Am I perfect? No, I've done weird off the wall shit, but I took that time to heal, and now that I'm feeling more secure in that, I'm comfortable opening up my femininity and being more vulnerable and loving and kind and compassionate and kind of allowing things to flow to me versus, being more masculine and thinking that I need to be in charge of everything and running it. No. So the Nine of Swords is basically saying, like, stop worrying. Notice how she's kind of sitting up in bed. She's kind of crying into her hands. She's got all these swords above her. That means that it's all in your head. You are worrying yourself for no reason at all. You have an opportunity that you came up with that you're wanting to work on, that you're probably a little nervous about because it was in the reverse. It could either mean that you're gonna let this slip by if you continue to worry about it, or it's saying that you're not 100% confident in your abilities, or clarifying the Six of Cups in reverse, you could be concerned about how people in the past are gonna take this new opportunity. You could be worried they're gonna judge you, they're gonna think you're weird or you're doing something dumb. Like, I've had quite the life, right? And I've done some things that I have no doubt. Like, my dad has asked me before, he's like, are you on drugs? And it's like, no, I'm 100% sober doing this weird shit. So just don't worry about what anybody has to think, because when you focus on what other people have to think about you and what their input is on what you should be doing in life, you're just causing yourself unnecessary burdens. The Ten of Wands is I am carrying way too much weight and I can't do this anymore. I got to put it down. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, as some people will say. Like, he's the one that he's still going, he's still fighting, he's still determined. He's wavering a little bit in it, but the Ten of Wands is very much like my max is peaked. I can't go any farther. I'm done. You need to put all the wands down. Stop worrying about other people and dive right into whatever it is that you're thinking about, that you're focusing on. And with the Page of Pentacles being the last card, that is the idea man. That's he came up with his little scheme, or his little, not even a scheme sounds so skeezy, but he came up with this little idea that he thinks will help him be fortuitous. And it's saying focus on that idea, whether it's just being more in your feminine energy, whether it's taking on a second job, or switching careers, or leaving home to pursue a college you want to go to. Like, whatever it is that is making you want to lean more into this feminine energy of just allowing things to flow to you, to being more open and vulnerable and not having to feel like you're fighting all the time for things, that's what you need to be leaning into, and not so much as to people pleasing and what other people want from you. So screw everybody else and do what makes you happy, because that's what I'm gonna do.